Okay. So welcome, everyone. We have a special guest with us tonight.
I'm calling the meeting to order for the city of Minnetrista. This is the regular city council meeting for May 4th, 2026. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So again, welcome everyone. And yes, we do have a very special guest, and I'm going to be introducing him in just a little bit. But first, I'm going to start out by introducing some other people that are here tonight. I'm Lisa Whalen, and I'm the mayor. And to my left are council members Kathleen Refkin, Claudia Lacey, Brian Govern, and then on the end we have our city engineer, Allison Fauski, and then Paula Baumann is our assistant administrator. And then to my right, I have our city administrator, Jasper Kugel, and David Abel is our community development director. And then on the end, we have our chief of police, Craig Squires. We also have some people that are participating remotely. So we have, I believe, Councilmember Peter Vickery, and Ann Meyerhoff is our city clerk. And then we have Gary Peters, who is our public works director, and then Sarah Sansala, who is our city attorney. Did I get everyone? All right. So with that, I'm looking for approval of the agenda with one change. I'd like to add item number under consent. No, it would be consent agenda item number P, and that would be to add the settlement agreement. No, it's P. Element O. Element O, P. It's either O or P. It's O. I have
It was O.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's because I have the old agenda. So it'd be item number O, and it would be to approve the settlement agreement between the city of Minnetrista and 1205 and 1195 Sunnyfield Road North. Is there a motion to approve the agenda with that change?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Govern. All those in favor signify. Now, is Peter with us?
Peter's not here right now.
Okay, so
I would do a roll call just in.
all right, we're going to do a roll call just in case. Brian, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Claudia?
Aye.
Kathleen?
Aye.
And I vote aye, and motion would pass 4 or 5-0. So with that, tonight we have a special presentation tonight, and what we have is Elon Thaler is with us, and what this is, Elon participated in a statewide essay contest. It was called a Mayor of the Day, what he would do if he was mayor for the day. There were 540 essays submitted, and out of those 540, Elon was one of the top 4, and he happens to be a Minnetrista resident, so that's so exciting. And the other thing I have to say is you did wonderful opening the meeting, and I'm going to ask that you come to the podium over here and read your essay for us. And welcome. Thank you for coming.
Hi, my name is Elon, and I live in Minnetrista. If I were mayor for a day, I would work on city development. Minnetrista used to have few people. It was mainly farmland. Recently, more people are moving to Minnetrista, and there aren't many restaurants, companies, and stores. I think it is important to have shops and stores because it drives better quality of living for everybody. With more shops and stores, we get even more people to live here and make Minnetrista a better place to live. An idea for this is having a Minnetrista Main Street, which should have many stores. Steps to this project would be: 1. Have meetings to hear ideas. I'd advertise this so we could have meetings on different days of the week. 2. Find a strip of land in Minnetrista. I'd go to some locations, then take a vote to choose the best place. 3. Build a Main Street and sell stores. Have a committee to organize this idea and help maintain it. 4. Have people enjoy a Minnetrista Main Street. Collect feedback to make it even better. 5. Have events held at Minnetrista Main Street monthly. Have events like watercolor painting, food tours, and book talks. If Minnetrista built a Main Street, there'll be more shops in Minnetrista, which will lead to people coming, which will lead to a great big city. Since Minnetrista is alongside a lake, That's something to take advantage of. The Minnetrista Main Street should be lakeside to attract more people, to be able to attract more people and be able to compete with neighboring cities like Waconia, Excelsior, and Wayzata. The city of Excelsior has a downtown street similar to the idea I'm proposing. They make $7 million yearly in tax, which is a lot of money to help the city thrive. In conclusion, this idea would get more people to live in Minnetrista, make money for the city of Minnetrista, and have a convenient spot that has everything you need.
Thank you.
I'd like to compliment your very eloquent public speaking. That was very well done.
Very good.
He speaks better than I do.
We have a certificate for you that you can keep for the rest of your life. You know what? Maybe someday I think you will be here.
Could
be on the planning commission.
You could assume St. Bonnie and then take over their downtown.
That's what Christopher says we should do.
And then we'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, Elon.
It's very, very good. Just excellent to see young people be so excited and so engaged in local government. So with that, we don't have anybody signed up under persons to be heard. So we have a lengthy consent agenda, and I will read those for you. And are there any you wish to remove? All right. So they consist of A, approve our work. Do I have a new one? Thank you. I'm gonna, A is approve our work session meeting minutes from April 20th, 26. B is approve our city council regular meeting minutes from April 20th, 2026. C is a resolution to approve claims. D is a resolution to accept the task order number 20, risk and resiliency easement. E is a resolution to accept and award the quote for spray lining 91 sanitary sewer manhole chimney structures. These are really exciting things, I gotta tell you. F is approve a conditional use permit for ground mounted solar at Gale Woods Farm. G is approve a comprehensive plan amendment at 2500 County Road 92 and authorize staff to submit the same to Metropolitan Council. H is an ordinance to rezone 2500 County Road 92 from agricultural preserve or preservation to agriculture. And I is a resolution authorizing the publication of ordinance number 504 by title and summary. J is a resolution to approve a front yard setback variance at 8420 Ox Yoke Circle. K is a resolution to award an equipment CIP purchase of the leveling bar replacement. I is an ordinance for L, yeah, I'm sorry. I can't even, yeah. L comes after K, doesn't it? Very good. Ordinance number 505, it's a fee schedule amendment to the 2026 fee schedule for the Minnesota Department of Health fee increase. And M is approve liquor license renewals. And N is authorize staff to enter into an agreement with GTEL Advisors, LLC, in partnership with the LMAC agencies. And then the last one is approve the settlement agreement between the city of Minnetrista and 1205 and 1195 Sunnyfield Road North. Is there a motion to approve all of those consent agenda items?
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Lacey. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Refkin. Do we have Peter on the line?
We don't have him yet, but I would still do a roll call on this.
Okay, just in case, we'll do a roll call. So Brian, how do you vote?
Aye.
Lisa, Claudia?
Aye.
Kathleen?
Aye.
Aye, Lisa. That's 4-0. Motion passes. So that concludes our consent agenda items. Our business items are, leave that to you. Hold on.
Yes, Madam Mayor, members of City Council, you'll have to excuse me. I had to use my personal computer for this video thing. We were running into some tech challenges. But so I'll be looking at my phone, looking at this agenda item on my phone. But approve the master services agreement with InfoSend for services related to monthly bill mailing. So I think as everybody's aware, we're going to be transitioning to monthly billing for water accounts July 1. One of the items we've talked about is outsourcing the sending of these utility bills. And Brian Grimm, who's not here tonight, and his team developed a process to determine who we would use for that service. I'll talk a little bit about what we currently do with our quarterly billings. Is we print these off in-house manually. They're the little postcards I think everybody's seen. We go through. They're perforated. I've never done it, but Darcy, Renee, and sometimes Ann will go through and break those up and then run them through the postage machine and then mail them off. Being that we do that 4 times a year. Being that we're moving to monthly in July, that'll turn into 12 times a year. Looking at the different groups, we reached out to 4 different groups to do this exercise related to monthly billing. We got 2 quotes back from them, one from a local vendor and then this other one from InfoSend. Brian and Renee really took the lead on this to determine which one would be the better fit for the community. InfoSend, which is in your packet, they work with other communities in Minnesota, larger than ours, so they do have experience. We think that they can do the work. Essentially, so I'll kind of break down some of the numbers that you've seen in here. The estimate for the total per year for all of the accounts to be sent, so that's 30,000 mailings a year, is estimated at $25,000. The price for postage is a big component of that number. We have to do that no matter what. That's 59 cents per letter for bulk mail. The remaining balance is for the printing and stuffing of the envelopes, and that's for 1 sheet of paper, an envelope, and then the processing of that. That comes out to about I think I'm going off memory here, about $7,700 above what we currently pay. And that equates to about 26 cents per account every time we send it. So for 26 cents per account every time we send it, you're going to get an invoice or in the mail that's going to have some additional information on there, like some graphs and things like that about your usage. So a lot more information. We're going to have a medium that we can then put information on, like the backside. If you've looked at your bill, we have a little bit of a blurb on the back that we have put like 4 sentences on there. And then if we ever want to add an additional letter, so like what we've been doing with our water kind of updates that we've been doing, we've done 1 so far. But if we want to do anything like that, we can then easily add another sheet of paper to that mailing and save on the postage. So staff-wise, doing this 12 times a year would be quite difficult. From what we've looked at and examined on it, it would be almost impossible for this to be successful, to be able to do that. So that's why this is happening. So with that, what we have in front of you is a master services agreement with InfoSend. It's a 3-year term. Then it's a yearly update potentially after that, depending on if we want to renew with them or not. I think that's the gist of it, going off memory.
So people would receive a bill and it would be like an 8x10 sheet.
Yep.
Kind of similar to what you get from the electric, gas, or electric company, similar to that?
Correct.
Okay, and so it'd be mailed, and then we can have, is there an additional charge to print anything else on there other than the bill?
There is, and I think that was the range that Brian put on there. I think the $6,000 to $10,000. If we want to add another page to it, I believe it's 29 cents.
But to add something to the existing bill other than the bill itself, let's say on the back side, it wouldn't be that much more?
Yeah, 29 cents.
29
Yeah,
cents.
yeah, yeah. Which, if we would do that separately on our own, the postage alone is 59 cents. So,
Okay, so, and it would be included. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I know when I spoke with you, I said we should try out and see how staff does with monthly billing. So when was it decided we were going to skip trying it out and just move forward to spend $25,000 on it?
So I think maybe I was confused by our conversation because when we were talking about this in a personnel, or I can't remember if it was personnel committee.
No,
or-
the skip personnel committee.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's personnel related, but so what we were talking about was adding a person, right? So from about 2 years ago, we examined this. We said it would take about 0.8 people to do this exercise. So that's what we determined in-house. From my conversation with you, it was that we were not going to propose a person for this.
No, we were gonna
Which we're
try
not.
it out with current staff to see how that worked. Those were my exact words.
So
Well-
I misinterpreted that. I'm sorry about that. I was under the understanding that we weren't going to pursue another person.
Okay, so moving on from that, why didn't we look into other options such as just buying like a letter folding machine or something that can do all this on site, print it out and then it folds it, stuffs it in the envelope? I know I Googled and found one. I know Brian searched and found some, so.
Let's, hold on just a second. Let's step back just real quick. It's not 25,000. It's an additional 7,000, okay? Just to make it clear, because we would have the cost of mailing regardless, and we would have the cost of printing regardless. So I just want to be clear on what we're looking at. So it's an additional roughly 7,000 to have this outsourced. So now to answer your question, have we looked at mailing? I don't know if there's machines or whatever that can do this.
We haven't, and I guess what I'm saying is that we don't have the staff to do this. So we're setting ourselves up for failure if we would pursue that. Now we can look at it and we can examine it if that's what you'd like. But the current workload that our staff has that is in that department would not be able to take this on.
Okay.
Why can't they? If there's a machine that does all the stuffing and putting it in the envelopes and everything?
Well, we could look at that if it's as easy as, I guess I'm not familiar with that system. So if it's that easy, we could look at it, and if it's pretty automated, sure, we could look at it. But the cost, we'd have to look at that because, as the mayor alluded, there's still the postage cost of 59 cents, right? If we would print in-house, we would also have those costs. That would come off that 7,000. I don't exactly know what that margin would be.
How do you print it in-house? What do you do? It just,
Just a copy machine,
Just a multi-function printer.
which we could print double-sided and add additional papers and all of that. So that wouldn't be.
but currently you're saying the postcards that are mailed out, those are printed in-house.
They are printed in-house
Okay.
on the postcard. I'm not sure is it through, it's through the, what system do they use to print it? Like, my
Oh.
question is if we,
Avery or something like that. And it's just
Okay.
it's just a simple program.
yeah, so if we would do, this new program, like, would we be able to do that even? Or would there be?
If we would do it in-house, there could be a way to do it. We could crunch the numbers. I'd have, Brian and Renee crunch the numbers to do that for whatever it would look like, but we would still have, so we lease our printer, our multifunction. So we don't pay for it, but we pay per copy. If it's
Okay.
color, it's a certain price. If it's black and white, it's a certain price. So we'd have to add that on to the total cost. But I mean, if that's something that city council wants us to look at, I mean, we can definitely do that. What I'm hearing from my staff is that they would not be able to take this on under its current form.
Because it's on a monthly basis and
Monthly.
it's pretty time consuming.
It's
Doubt
taking-
ripping postage, the postage stamp cards takes an enormous amount of time and everything. But I mean, like, if there's ways to do it and print it in-house, and I don't see why we wouldn't try that.
Would have to be printed in-house and then it would have to be folded.
Well, yes, but there are machines that.
I know, mechanically. And are there also machines that mechanically then stamp it? Or is that something?
We would likely run it through our postage machine that we
Okay.
have.
Okay.
But
And then,
I don't know of a machine that would put the paper inside the envelope, so that would be staff time.
No, there's some online, like, I know
Okay.
Brian found one, I found one on Amazon, like, there's plenty that load the envelopes with the paper.
Okay.
So the margin right now, without even taking into account paper or staff time, is like 26 cents per envelope
yeah.
right now. And
So
as we start buying stuff and having to maintain things and
So we'd have to, okay, so let me ask another question. So we'd have, but to print postcards like we currently have, we wouldn't need envelopes or paper then, right?
That's
Then it would
correct.
just be that. So so I'm trying to figure this out. If you have, if the machines don't do that automatically, then what do we have to do? I guess,
I don't know the process completely, but I know, Renee does this. She prints it off. She organizes everything. It takes her a day to set everything up between all of her other job duties. So it takes a full day for setup. Then she'll print everything. That can take a full day to print. And then it takes 2 staff people to set up the postcards after they're printed, to rip them and to get them in the mail. So
so then we would have to go to like a paper
mhm,
fold envelope kind of thing.
we would,
I mean,
yes.
if you wanted it to be more automated.
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
This is a dumb question. Everything I've been a part of in the last 20 years says they want to go paperless and they want to send you emails.
Mhm.
I think people have to be proactive if they want information. And I hate getting stuff in the mail. I would go on the minute. Can't we find some way to put some, like Our Lady of the Lake kind of digital sign out there that says, sign up to our website to get current important information?
Well, we can't force them to do that.
And then
That's
they,
the
then
thing.
they can't come in and,
No, this is for the billing.
Would have people be able to opt into getting their bills online, just
Right.
like with
Which
Excel
they-
or Centerpoint or anyone else.
Right.
So
They do right now, and on all of the utility postcards that we get, there is a website there to log into to do, to sign up.
for
I would assume
paperless
once it switches
bills.
to monthly, more people will do that.
We hope,
Yeah, we hope so.
ideally, everybody would sign up for paperless.
Yeah.
right.
But so again,
And be proactive to know what's going on in their city. I don't think we have to bang them on the head,
So here's the,
multiple letters.
right, so here, but well, it wouldn't, this is a bill. It's not a letter, it's a bill.
Water.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, so here's a question. Would this organization that we got this quote from, would they be willing to do it for, on a, let's say, quotes unquote, trial basis? So that we can, because here's the thing, we need to get this up and running by July. And what I'm concerned about is staff time. And are they going to be able to do this July, August, September, October, November, and being that it's new. So, and also fielding all these calls that we may be getting. So what I'd like to suggest is at the very least, let's just do this on a trial basis with them for maybe 4 or 5 months,
why
6
can't we
months.
check with staff and see how they handle it.
I don't-
mean, just,
But what we're hearing from staff that they don't have the time.
but they haven't done it.
They have done it.
No, they haven't done it. If you buy a machine that folds it, puts it in an envelope and mails it, they've done the postcards, which I agree with, we should switch from. But why would we automatically outsource staff duties instead of trying it in-house and seeing how staff handles it if we get them the right equipment to do it?
Maybe they work all day Friday.
I mean,
just,
I'm not disputing it's going to be more work, but shouldn't we see how much more work it is before we outsource their job duties?
If I may, I think we're trying to set this whole monthly billing up for success. What I would hate to see is that we go down the path of staff doing it, staff getting burnt out, staff leaving, then we're stuck for a while. Because that's a possibility. I'm telling you this right now.
So if they have to do this for 2 months on a trial basis, they're going to quit?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, then that's,
I'm just saying it's we're not set up right now for it. We'd have to dig into it. If council wants us to dig into an alternative method where we can do it in-house, we can definitely do that and we can crunch the numbers. I'm telling you that the margin between what this proposal is and what we can do it in-house, even if we discount our staff time to 0, right? Let's just say that that's free. It's going to be probably less than 10 cents of actual cost per mailing. Now, is that worth it? We're gonna have to maintain a folding machine. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about this stuff, so we'd have to look into it.
So we want to start implementing this July 1st, right?
So the
So-
first bill would go out July.
Hold on.
Well,
I'm talking, I'm going to finish my sentence. Hold on just a second. So we want this to go out July 1st. So why don't you find out what a folding machine would cost, what envelopes would cost, what paper would cost, kind of see if other communities do this on their own. What are they talking in terms of timing? Because even if there's self-folding, that kind of thing, there's still staff time involved in that. So let's research it a little bit more, bring it back to the May 18th meeting. Do you think possible?
It is. I mean,
I just want to make sure that we're ready to go July 1st.
Well, we don't have to be ready to go July 1st. The first billing would go out presumably sometime the first week of August because it's starting with July 1st water usage.
No, it goes out July 1st, I believe.
no, the first bill, just so we're clear, would
okay.
go out likely before August 1st. It would be due 19th of August. So we'd have to get it set up. There's a lot to get set up. So we would need to know, I would say, what direction we're going with this by June 1st.
Okay.
So if we have another meeting where we can bring something back, kind of at a work session where we can have more formal.
Hypothetically
conversations.
speaking, I know I'm beating a dead horse. Hypothetically speaking, if half the people in Minnetrista opt to get their bill electronically, then it's half as much being mailed out, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So why don't we do a huge Facebook put, costs nothing to have the city of Minnetrista pay what do they call it, a booster fee, and then it goes out, it just pummels everyone with a Facebook ad, in this community. Wouldn't you like to save your city some money? If you live in Minnetrista, contact us now and sign up for paperless billing. Why don't we try something like that?
Well, we can do that, but that's not going to help us necessarily in the immediate because we don't know how many people are going to sign up by June 1st. It's the timing issue.
Right, but we have a month to see. 3.5 weeks.
We can certainly do that. We can go on Facebook and say, hey, we're going to go to monthly billing. Think about signing up for.
Save your city.
Yes.
Save your city some money.
Yeah, and we can do that. That's not a bad idea.
I'll sign up right now.
Okay. You're not on city water. You don't get monthly billing.
Kathleen's gonna sign up. Kathleen and Ryan are signing up tonight.
And certainly, we do want to encourage people to go to paperless billing so that it does save money. But so let's try that, number one, but also simultaneously, let's find out what the costs are for doing it in-house and how that would work.
Sure.
And it's 2,500 people and wouldn't,
2,500 accounts, yeah.
I imagine if it wouldn't be hard to get those people to do it.
Well,
Kathleen would for sure walk up and down the street.
Jasper?
She does not like this idea and she would walk, and I would go with her.
I think Peter's raising his hand, or he was.
Peter,
Sorry.
Hi,
okay.
Peter.
Hi, Jasper, I have a question which, by the way, I think it's a great idea to get everybody online, but if we do, or is the bid from this company dependent on getting at least 2,500 accounts, or, say we get that down to 1,500 or something, would they charge more per mailing?
Mhm.
I don't believe so. We would have to ask them. We were working with what our current numbers are with the estimated 30,000 mailings a year.
Okay.
So we could ask them if it would go up. You're saying if there's a quantity discount right now at 30,000, if it would go to 15, maybe it'd be higher.
Yeah, it might be
Yeah.
per mailing or per item, instead of 29 cents, might be 35 or something.
Right. No, good question. All right, so you'll find that out. Okay, and then you're gonna come back with some more dollar or some more, options for in-house, and we're gonna do a Facebook page, email blast, sign up for paperless billing. It'll save you money. It'll save the city money. It won't necessarily save them money.
We'll save trees too.
All right.
Green.
Any other comments or suggestions? All right. So we'll come back with that on the 18th. We'll have to if we want to do it before June 1st.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we'll move on to reports. We have staff reports. I'll start with Jasper. Anything?
I don't have anything other. I think you can talk about Trista Day and the state of the city.
Yep. Okay. I'll
Oh.
let Craig talk about Trista Day.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Mayor, council members. Trista Day, May 13th. It's Wednesday night, starting at 4:30, going to around 7. We're gonna have a lot of good stuff there, including free food. I'll repeat, free food, hot dogs, chips, brats, water. Gonna have some food trucks there for desserts, donuts and ice cream and whatnot. Life Lake helicopter will be flying in. We'll have canine demonstrations, free balloon animals, face painting, bounce house, petting zoo, pony rides, and a lot more. So please come on out. It's free.
Thanks. David, anything?
There will be a May Planning Commission meeting.
Okay. And that is Tuesday, the 26th.
6.
Anybody available that day? No,
I can
I'm
do
not.
it.
Okay. Kathleen will do it.
Thank you.
Great. Any other staff reports?
No.
Okay. Council reports. Brian, anything?
Nope.
Okay. Claudia, nothing? Kathleen?
You and I attended a meeting with the mayor and the fire chief of St. Bonifacius, just to discuss fire services. And then there is a Mound Fire meeting on Thursday, but I cannot go to it, but Jasper will be there.
Okay.
And there should be a St. Bonnie Fire meeting, hopefully on May 14th, but I haven't heard to confirm that date yet. But if it is, I will be there.
Okay. So let's see. I was at the Planning Commission meeting, and you saw those in our consent agenda items. And then I will be at Trista Day. And then I have to leave a little bit earlier because it's also the same night as Northwest League. And I have to be at that because we're going to be hosting the 5 or 6 candidates, at least 5 of the 6, I think, candidates that are vying for the Hennepin County Sheriff, no. Attorney, thank you. Prosecuting attorney. So that'll be interesting. And let's see what else. And then, of course, tomorrow night we have the State of the City address. Doors open at 5:30. We'll probably start around 6-ish or so. And hope you can all make it. It'll be a fun event. I just asked Elon if he would be there, and he's going to be there reading his essay, which will be a lot of fun as well. And then we also, myself as well as Jasper, attended the Minnehaha Creek Watershed District's kickoff meeting for their 2050 watershed plan, and so we'll be involved in that. And then also the fire partnership meetings will be starting pretty soon now that we've had passed that resolution, and we're going to be looking at a fire district between Mound and between St. Bonnie and Minnetrista. We'll bring you more information on that as we move along. And anything else that you can think of?
Does Peter have anything?
Peter, do you have anything?
Well, I did go to the recycling event, got rid of some things that Chris has been asking me to get rid of for months. And I must say that it was packed. There was just all sorts of people there, and it was so great to be able to get rid of these things. So my hat's off to Darcy and the others that were there, overseeing it, because it was a big deal. So that was fun to see too.
Yep, it was. And it's a really good event for us as well as Mound. I think it's a joint venture. So that's wonderful. All right. Then with that, we can be adjourned if there's a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second? Thank you, Kathleen. All those in favor signify with aye. I'm going to start with Peter.
Aye.
Brian.
Aye.
Claudia.
Aye.
Kathleen.
Aye.
Lisa. Aye. Motion is adjourned. We are adjourned. Motion passes 5-0. We'll see you, some of you tomorrow and some of you on the 18th.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Go to Mayo tomorrow.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo.